There's a huge drama playing out in the U.S. city of Baltimore, where people in cars have been thrown into freezing water after the massive bridge they were on was hit by a cargo ship. The incident happened overnight in the U.S., completely destroying, from what I've seen, the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which goes over the Patapsco River. Steven Herman is the chief national correspondent for Voice of America. Stephen, good day to you there. This is like something out of a movie. What happened?
Yeah, Stephen, it is a real tragedy, and a state of emergency has been declared for the state of Maryland due to this. At 1:30 in the morning, a Siberian-flagged cargo ship that was coming out of the port of Baltimore heading to Sri Lanka. It was only about 30 minutes into its voyage when it struck a pillar of this very important and famous bridge, the Francis Scott Key Bridge, bringing down a main section of the bridge. This is part of Interstate 695. It is a major road for commerce in the Baltimore area. And as a result of this, all maritime traffic in and out of the port of Baltimore has halted, and that has potential significant international ramifications for commerce, because this is a very busy international port.
So, just to be clear, the cargo ship wasn't too tall for the bridge. It went into a pillar. That was the problem.
Initial indications are that it lost propulsion and then slammed into one of the pillars of the bridge, and that's what caused the accident. There were a number of vehicles on the bridge. This happened very early in the morning at 1:30 a.m. local time, so it wasn't like there was rush hour traffic, but there were some construction workers doing some concrete maintenance work on that bridge. 2 people have been rescued. We believe at least 7 and as many as 20 people may be missing. Authorities say they have detected vehicles under the water with sonar, but it's only about 15 meters deep at this spot in the river, so they'll be able to reach those vehicles and any people inside those cars and trucks hopefully in the next few hours.
And also, just to be clear, I mean, it's freezing there, right? It's your winter.
It's winter. It's not below freezing, slightly above freezing. It's not the worst possible weather, but of course, anybody who would have been in the river for this many hours, the chance of them being alive at this point would seem near miraculous.
And the ship, is that still floating? It must have been badly damaged too to go into a pillar like this.
It is halted at the spot. Very dramatic video and photos showing this part of the bridge coming down right on the ship. There's a crew, I believe it's about 7 people who were on this 300-meter-long vessel called the Dali, named after Salvador Dali. And that crew will be interviewed by the Coast Guard, by the FBI. The FBI is on the scene, Federal Bureau of Investigation. However, they are stressing there's no indications that this was terrorism, that it just seems to be an unfortunate accident.
It's an incredible thing to happen. There'll be disruption there for quite some time. As you point out, this is a major route for cargo.
Yeah, we have 2 major problems. One is the road traffic. This is a significant bridge. It took 5 years to build. It's not an old bridge. It was finished in 1977, so it's not like one of these 150-year-old bridges that we do have in some parts of the United States. But it is the main bridge that trucks with hazardous cargo used in the Baltimore area. They can't go under the 2 tunnels that are the main thoroughfares in and out of the city for a lot of the road traffic. And so it'll take some time, perhaps years, to rebuild this bridge. But the more immediate problem is with this debris and these vehicles and possibly bodies in the Patapsco River at the port of Baltimore, that all traffic in and out of the port is halted. We know there are dozens of ships waiting to get into the harbor or to leave the harbor. Is this a period of days or weeks? We don't know at this time, but significant ramifications potentially for international commerce.